Hello everyone, and welcome back to the MitchBork YouTube channel. Now, today we have yet another reaction. Because a little remake, from what I am told, is on the horizon. Let me just search it up real quick. I believe The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is coming to PS5. And they've dropped a bit of a trailer for us to, what do you call it? To witness, to, watch. Um, Now, for those who are unaware of me and my history with The Last of Us, um, I did part one on a stream, but I played part two a little bit years ago, and I made a video on it, which I don't know if it's still on the backlog of the channel because I deleted a lot of videos from the past because I wasn't happy with how I came across in them. I wasn't happy with what I thought about them because people change. Our opinions evolve as we evolve. So I changed. I deleted a few things that I didn't quite agree with no more. Because like I said, I evolved. Because I played part one on stream, it did well. I enjoyed the game. It's fantastic, really good. And I also came up with my own opinion on Joel. I think he's a brilliant character, but he's a well written character. But what he got in part two, I don't like and I don't agree with. But I do believe he was um, deserving of some form of karma after his actions at the end of part one. And his selfishness, his selfish ways in general. Because he was quite a selfish individual. He lost his daughter at the start of the pandemic, and he's lost a lot of other things throughout along the way. He lost Tommy. He didn't lose him to death. He lost him through distance and disagreements, and probably friends and so on as well. So, but he always acted like he was the only one who felt this pain. He always acted so um, dickish about it. Hey, sorry. He always acted so dickish about it. But if you sit there and use your brain a little bit, you'll realize that in this world where a bunch of people have watched their family die, kids, babies, uh, teens, young adults, seniors, all of them have seen some form of death in their family in a horrific way. Joel isn't the only one who's bitten this and existed or experienced this. Sorry, but he acted like he was, and it was very unfair on others who would have. That doesn't mean how he felt. He can't feel that way. He's within his right to feel whatever he can. I mean, ultimately, he's just a character. But like, if it was a real scenario, he's real within his right to feel that way. But to take out on others is not the way to do it. And he treated Ellie in such a way throughout the majority of the game, um, taking that on her because Sarah wasn't around, and then again making a decision for her, which ultimately wasn't his decision to make, and it ruined the world because instead of having a cure, which I've discussed this with a friend of mine, not to with Mesteru, um, because obviously the if they had done the procedure at the end of the game and got the cure, um, who knows? Yeah, there would have been a cure, but would the Fireflies have just held it captive? We don't know. It's because it never came to light. But the fact of the matter is, there is no cure, and it's because of Joel's choice to be a dickhead. He made a decision, which wasn't his to make. Ellie could have been seen as the savior of humanity, but instead, she was a nobody for years. And that was Joel's decision. Not and Ellie wanted it to be a. She wanted to be dead. To be honest, she didn't want to live. Which is fair enough as well. She went for a bit of a shit. She went for a bit of a shit show as well. But anyway, tangent over. Sorry for the 4 minute convo. The trailer for the Last of Us Part 2 remake or remaster for the PS5 has dropped, and I ain't seen it yet. All I have seen is one screenshot, and I'll put it up here. If I cropped it so you didn't see the PS5 logo, wherever the PS5 writing at the bottom, right? You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The only difference I can spot is the complexion of Ellie, and I personally think it did look, the top one looks. I think the top one looks better. And the top one is the PS4, which was captured on the PS4. And the bottom one is the PS5 version. I don't know. Obviously, it comes with a few things. We're going to see that today in this trailer. So, I don't think it's worth making a remaster this early, at least. I don't understand they're bringing it onto PC as well, but the fact that PC is probably going to have to wait like 2 years anyway, is kind of ridiculous. Sony, stop hating on your boys at PC. I know Microsoft owns like a major share in PC. I mean, Windows is a Microsoft thing, but I mean, you'd get more money through sales if you just released the games on PC as well. There's so many. I own a PS5 because I wanted to play Spider-Man 2. It's the only game I wanted to play on PlayStation. Now I've got to wait until Wolverine and Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 2 DLCs. Just release your shit on PC. Bruh, it's dead out. Anyway, tangent over. Let's get on to this trailer, shall we, and see what we think. Oh, whoops. I left it on mute. Duh. Dummy. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Fucking hell. Scared the shit out of me.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. Because of her, they were actually going to make a cure. The only catch. Sweet Jesus.
Doctor? What are you doing in here?
It would kill her.
Even if we found her, or by some miracle found someone else that's immune, it'd make no difference. Because the only person who could develop a vaccine is dead.
No! No!
I know all the leads have dried up, but Joel's still out there, you know?
We're gonna have to run! Why don't you say whatever speech you got rehearsed and get this over with?
You don't get to rush this.
Okay. Lost levels.
You can't stop this.
What's that? 19th of January 2020. No, okay, next year. Well, it's in 2 months basically. I don't see a difference in gameplay. The lost levels is interesting. I couldn't give a shit about playing the guitar because I was bad at it anyway. So that isn't particularly for me. But there is players who enjoyed that mechanic, and I can't lie, it was a neat little function. Like, I enjoyed it for the story purposes. But outside of the story, yeah, I can't play guitar anyway, so it's not for me. But the lost levels is interesting, and the new roguelike game mode. That could I could get a bit of that. I'd give it a go. But again, it just seems like an unnecessary remake. Now, I'm gonna look at Rockstar for a second, right? What are you doing, right? Last of Us Part 2 doesn't need a remake. Because even though it came out on PS4, hello cat, even though it came out on PS4, right, it looked phenomenal. Even now, to this day, it looks brilliant. And the same can be said for Red Dead 2. However, if it had a remake, like to the level of GTA 5's next gen update for Xbox One and no, for PS5 even, the GTA 5 update for PS5 and Xbox Series X looks stunning. However, Red Dead 2 has been left in the dirt. I don't know why. The game deserves an update. Like a massive update. I'm not even talking... Like, I would like a remake. Not a remake, a remaster. With added content, maybe. Just a little bit of added content. But with Last of Us Part 2, I don't think it needed it. I think... Because, okay, so for those who don't know, if you own the game... If you own the PS4 version on digital... or disc, I think it's only digital, I don't know. But if you own the game on digital for PS4... for the price of £10 or $10, you get the remake for PS5, which is a good deal, and I'm pretty sure Ghost of Tsushima did the same thing. And again, I didn't have a problem with that either. But that is also a bit hypocritical of me because I didn't have a problem with that having a remake, even though it only came out like what 2 years beforehand or a year beforehand. Hello, cat. I don't know. £10. Listen, I just release it. I mean, you've got the remake. Get Nexus, the people who did the Spider-Man ports, and I think Ratchet and Clank port as well. Or actually, don't get the ones who did the part 1, because that port was horrendous at the beginning. So just get someone who's capable of doing this, and get them to port it over to PC. Please, because I don't want to play on controller again. I sucked, because I played the first game on PC, and then had to play the second one on controller, and I was awful. But I got through the game, and I have my issues with the story, but maybe that could be another video at a later date for my opinions of part 2. Because I do have some opinions, and you can probably guess what it is, but it's not like overly... I don't have extreme hatred for it like I used to, because I did. So I was like, I paid £60 for this piece of shit. No, it's not a piece of shit. It's a very good game and mechanically sound game. However, I have issues with it still, with the story at least. But yeah, like I said, that could be a conversation for another video. Would I purchase this for £10? I need to see more. I need to see what these lost levels entail. I need to know what this roguelike game mode is. Because if this roguelike game mode is just like a survival game mode, I'd rather just go and replay encounters. Because survival stuff where you got to go like waves of zombies and until you eventually die, it's just... drain me out, please. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know. But I think if you've never played the game before, buy it. If you've played part 1 or you watch a TV show, and you want to know what happens next, play the games first. Because I know what happens in season 2 or maybe season 3. Because from what I heard, they're planning on splitting the show into 2 parts. Season 2 being one part of the game, and season 2 being the other part of the game. So we'll see what happens there. But whoever gets the role of Abby, I don't hate you. I dislike the character, but you know, I think the actress received for the voice actress for the game version, she received so much hate for her role. And listen, it weren't her fault. She didn't write the script. She was just told what to do. She did her job. If you have an issue with what she did, take it up with Neil Druckmann. Genuinely. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't care anymore what people have to say about it, because he knows it was a great game regardless. You know, he made his own vision, and he ultimately did what he wanted, and he made art. So, but if you have never played these games or watched the show, I would suggest play the games then watch the show. But do it. Just give it a go, because they are a pretty good experience. Especially if you're fans of like Walking Dead and so on, because like the zombie genre is quite a bloated scene. But the Last of Us is one of those games you absolutely have to try or watch. Thank you all so much for watching this reaction. Tell me what you think about this remake. Is it, or remaster? Is it stupid for Sony to be doing this, especially if they're not even going to be porting it to PC? Because there is no announcement for PC's port. There is no announcement for that. So I think that's kind of ridiculous. So let me know down below. But £10 a good price, but would you pay full price for this game? Let me know down below. And tell me what game you'd like to see get remastered for PS5, Xbox Series X. Because for me, it's Red Dead 2. So let me know. Oh, I'd also like to see like one of the... I like to see Assassin's Creed 1 get a proper remake. So we'll wait and see. There's my choices. If you enjoyed the reaction, do not forget to hit like, because it helps me with the algorithm and it bumps me up a little bit. You know, it'd be great if you did. And do not forget to subscribe if you want to see more. But sometimes the subscription box doesn't work. So what I'm going to have to ask you to do is to hit the notification bell. That way, Google will email you whenever I upload a video or go live. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video or stream. See you soon, everyone. Peace.